Every friend that sat next to me in these seats, they disappeared. All of them were gone. I had one friend left. His name was Nate. I remember I called Nate one night. I said, hey, bro, I need a place to sleep. Nate always gave me a place to sleep, and he always gave me a meal to eat. Call Nate, hey, Nate, I got to come over. Okay. Walk miles to Nate's house, knock on the door. His dad answers the door and says, mijo, you can't stay here no more. I said, what do you mean, Alex? He said, you got to get your life together. I heard you're stealing credit cards. I said, well, can I talk to Nate? He says, yeah, he's in his room. So I go inside Nate's room and I said, Nate, bro, I need a sleeping bag. He goes, what are you talking about, Hoff? I was like, bro, I'm sleeping on the street tonight. He goes, bro. I was like, Nate, I've been calling people, bro, for the last 2 hours. Nobody's answering the phone, man. Nobody wants me to stay with them. Can you just give me a sleeping bag? He says, yeah, bro, I'll give you a sleeping bag. He gives me a sleeping bag. I remember this night like it was yesterday. This is the deepest memory in my entire life, my 33 years. This is the biggest memory I have in my entire life. I'm holding on to this sleeping bag. I walk out of Nate's house. I walk out of Nate's house and I walk down this driveway. I walk down the driveway and I hang a left. I'm about to go sleep at Clovis High School, the high school I graduated from in 2002, 400 yards from my family's house. I remember I walk down the driveway and I hang a left. I hang a left and I get above the street light. I get above the street light and I hear Nate's voice. He says, Hoff. And I turned around and I said, yeah. He said, look at yourself, bro. What are you doing? I said, don't worry about it, Nate, I got it. Don't worry about it, Nate, I got it. I got goosebumps telling you. Don't worry about it, Nate, I got it. I remember sitting in the seat that you're sitting in saying, there's no way that'll be me. Jose, the kid that took my point guard position, 7th grade, he was friends with Nate. One time we were partying at Nate's house. He says, Hoff, I'm really worried about Nate. I said, why? What's up, bro? He goes, man, you guys are snorting cocaine and smoking weed. I don't really care about that stuff. He goes, well, what about these pills, man? He goes, I know you use them and you got it under control. What about Nate? I said, man, don't worry about it. Nate's got it. I didn't know that night that I walked out of Nate's house and I heard his voice say, Hoff, that'd be the last time I got to hear his voice. His dad would go into his room every single day. Alex loved that kid more than any dad I've seen love their kid. He would kiss him on the forehead and say, I love you, mijo, I'm going to work. He didn't know that one day he would walk in to do the same thing that he'd been doing for 20-something years. And he'd find the only kid he brought into this world dead on the floor.